Is the idea of never mowing your lawn again enticing? If so, stay tuned because I'm testing out the Husqvarna Automower 415X, the Roomba for your yard.
In this hands-on review, I'll look at what it's like to install since I did it myself, what it's like to set up and to use, and how effective the overall mowing is, plus some of its special features that make it more than just a barber for your lawn. Plus, I'll talk about how you keep it from getting stolen.
The Husqvarna Automower isn't just a lawnmower, and it doesn't cut grass in the way you think it might. It's a battery-powered grass trimmer and mulcher that snips tiny bits off your grass daily and continuously alternates between mowing and charging. It moves across your yard randomly, not in nice, neat rows, which Husqvarna says actually better manages the wear and tear on your lawn.
The 415X navigates your yard using a hybrid system. You will need to lay boundary wires to contain it, but it also gets support from satellite localization, and there's more on this coming up. In particular, the Husqvarna Automower 415X is a model that's suited for smaller to medium-sized lawns of up to 0.4 acres, and it can cut about 678 square feet per hour. There's also some installation considerations that might not make this roving lawn bot ideal for all situations, so let's dig in.
You'll need the Husqvarna app to get the most from your mower, but the major controls and settings are also available on the control panel, which is under a small lid on top of the mower.
For your Automower 415X to run, you first need to create a physical boundary. The mower comes with two large spools of boundary wire totaling about 400 meters or 1,300 linear feet, and there's also 600 hooked pegs coming in a couple of bags to help you keep that boundary wire in place.
Also inside the box is the Automower charging base and some stakes to hold that into place, as well as extra blades and all the connections you're going to need to get set up.
Well, the installation may seem daunting. Once I understood what to do, the task itself was actually relatively easy. You can also, of course, look up a Husqvarna dealer in your area and pay for professional installation. The quote for my yard, which is about 7,000 square feet, was 2 hours of work or so and about 500 Canadian dollars. The pros would also have used a trencher to bury the wires a few inches down instead of using those hooked pegs. This will actually take me a while to explain, so I'm just going to cover the basics of the installation here, and if you want to see the whole picture, make sure you check out my full video.
To do the installation, decide where you want to place your base station, and it does need to be near power. You'll stretch boundary wire around your yard and peg it down. You can bury the wire or just leave it on top, and you can run it under pavers or stone as well. Next, you'll add what's called the guide wire. This just provides a way for your Automower to get to the farthest areas of your yard and home again more easily. If you've made all your connections right, you'll get a green light on the base station, and that means you're ready to mow. Send your bot out on its first few mowing tasks, and while it's cutting, it'll begin gathering data to create a virtual map of your yard, which will allow you further control over the mower, and you can get info on where it is as well.
Husqvarna says this can take up to 15 days, and I found that was actually pretty accurate.
When ready, your virtual map will become visible in the Automower Connect app. You can also turn on a setting which lets you see where the mower is now or has most recently been. With the app, you can create what are called work areas, and that means you can essentially separate your front yard and your backyard and give different cutting heights and schedules or keep-out zones to each area. Once you've got your map, you can send your mower to a specific spot on your lawn, and on the home screen you just choose the play button and then select your work area, and the mower will head to that portion of your yard.
In short, the mapping and direction features worked really well, and it was easy to program and easy to use.
The Automower ideally needs to run for several hours each day to keep your lawn short. The good news is it's absolutely silent, so it's actually optimal to run it all night. Take a listen. This is it running and cutting. If you ask me, the birds are actually louder. Because the Automower is cutting tiny bits of your lawn daily and essentially mulching it into the lawn, there's no raking or cleanup needed. It uses 3 small blades underneath the bot, which are attached to a flywheel. Sensors in the Automower 415X will flag when it's approaching your boundary wire to keep it in your yard at all times. The front of the bot will always pass the boundary wire by a small distance before it turns around.
You might be wondering how the robot finds its way around. The mower actually doesn't have any real obstacle sensors on it, so it's going to bump itself off everything from trees to fence posts and then just redirect itself. It's actually kind of dumb or blind that way, but while it may seem bumbling, it is surprisingly efficient at getting the overall job done. When the Automower hits an obstacle or it approaches your boundary wire, the 415X here is just going to simply select a new direction.
This may be obvious, but you will need to keep maintaining the edges of your lawn. The mower can only get so close to the edges, so trimming and edging is always going to still be needed on your part. I can say, however, the few minutes each week or every couple of weeks of trimming the yard is still a lot less work than cutting everything with our gas-powered push mower.
The Husqvarna Automower 415X will automatically head back to its base station to recharge. A full charge of its 2 amp-hour battery takes about 60 minutes. It'll then resume its job. Now, when it was cutting my lawn, it would go out and cut for about 45 minutes to an hour or so and then recharge for an hour to 90 minutes, doing this off and on all day or all night. I also, though, never saw the 415X run out of battery power and get stalled out somewhere on the lawn. It's actually quite good at managing its battery and ensuring it always has enough power to get back home. Hey, a quick aside here since you're still with me. If you're enjoying this video and finding it helpful, consider hitting me with a super thanks. I put over 18 hours into installation, testing, producing, and shooting this video, and your support, yeah, you, helps me keep the blog and the YouTube channel running. A super thanks would be really appreciated.
You may be wondering how a Husqvarna Automower works in homes with pets.
In a word, poop. And a warning for some of my viewers, I am about to show you dog poop, so if you don't want to get scatological, look away now.
You've definitely got to keep your lawn picked up or the Automower will roll right through whatever it drives across. Despite trying to be on top of the pickups daily, I often found its wheels caked in dog poop.
The mower doesn't have any kind of object recognition or avoidance capabilities, so poop washing is going to become part of your maintenance routine. I can't deduct any points here for this since Husqvarna doesn't actually make any claims about object recognition or avoidance, so it's on me to keep the yard picked up. But for pet owners, especially those of us who are a little slower on the scooping, your reality will be a lot of cleaning of the wheels.
Although in truth, because the mower is in constant motion, it would often clean its wheels kind of on its own. When it did need some help, a stiff brush and some water from the garden hose helped keep it tidy. The manual says a rinse with the garden hose is okay for the 415X, but not to use high pressure spray.
Let's also talk about pet and animal safety. The Automower 415X model has both collision and lift sensors. When the mower bumps into an object, it's going to reverse, turn around, and choose another direction. If the mower is lifted, the blades and the mower will stop automatically. The Automower system also doesn't start the blades while it's in the charging station. The mower will drive away for about 5 seconds before it starts mowing, which will allow any small animals that are hiding under the mower to get out. If your dog was laying on the lawn, the mower might bump into it, but it would then reverse away. And I think actually most pets would want to steer clear of it anyway, and my dogs both certainly kept their distance. But if you have concerns or small animals, you might want to consider other options for your lawn maintenance.
It's okay.
Husqvarna has built theft protection into its automowers.
There are a few features that work together to ensure your mower stays on your property, and if it is potentially stolen, that it can't ever be used.
First off, a PIN code is required to make any changes on the device or to start it from the mower's keypad or the app. If someone does lift the mower up to potentially carry it off, the 415X is going to sound the alarm too.
Next, GPS tracking will always show the mower's current location, and you'll get alerts to your phone if it goes outside of your home area, showing where it is at all times. Plus, the mower won't function without a base station other than the one that it ships with, so even if someone took the mower and then tried to get another base station for it, it would essentially be inoperable. Husqvarna also red lists any mower that's reported stolen, meaning it can't ever be serviced.
I also added a small sticker that ships with the device that lets potential thieves know there's both an alarm and GPS on the bot.
The Automower has a boatload of other special features, and it can adapt to a variety of different types of lawns or yards and situations. I'll cover off some of the more useful ones here. There is adjustable cutting height, which I think I mentioned earlier. There's also a frost guard that will keep the mower parked if the temperature drops below 5 degrees Celsius. A weather timer will cut more frequently during higher growth periods, and a spiral or spot cutting setting lets you tackle taller grasses that was maybe under patio furniture, for example. And all Husqvarna Automower models with cellular or Wi-Fi connectivity are compatible with Amazon Alexa or Google Home.
Ask Automower to start. I was able to stop, start, send my bot home, and get other status updates from my mower just by asking my assistant.
Dr. Cuts-a-Lot is overriding the schedule and will start mowing again once fully charged.
Automower also works with IFTTT, and you can set up instructions where your mower will simply return to base when severe weather is detected in your area.
Overall, I have really enjoyed having the Automower here in my yard. It does an amazing job of keeping all the grass short, and I still can't get over how quietly it runs. We are able to run it all night long and wake up to a perfectly manicured lawn day in and day out all summer long.
While I wouldn't call our installation process easy, it is possible to do it yourself as long as you plan ahead. And for a reasonable fee, you can also have a pro do this for you. I do appreciate that everything I needed for the installation was included in the box, and there was plenty of extra wire and stakes for the size of my yard.
Other pros to this device include that it seems quite gentle on my lawn, and there are also a number of special features that keep the mower from operating during rain or frost. So what are the downsides? The price is certainly a barrier for some, but it could definitely pay for itself after several years of use. The only other major downside that I found is that it does roll through dog poop despite my best efforts at keeping the yard tidy, but since it is relatively easy to clean, it hasn't been a significant problem. In short, I'm absolutely loving my Automower experience, and I think you will too. The Husqvarna Automower 415X sells for about $2,500 Canadian or $19.99 US, and you can get it from Husqvarna dealers wherever you are. Amazingly, it is also available from Amazon. You can watch my first ever review of a Husqvarna Automower, which I did have professionally installed, or check out some other ideas to beautify your yard right now.